The last few years have been really rough on everyone. So, all of you, guess what? You made it. We made it!
Hello Fanatics, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching one of my videos once again. And if you are new here, I would like to welcome you. I hope you do stay and become a part of my journey as I become Dr. Andy. Guys, as you can tell by the title of this video, this is a special video, and it is a video long overdue. Like, I was literally supposed to shoot this video last year when I achieved 100,000 subscribers. I think the reason why I delayed so much not shooting this video, it is because I really didn't like the fact that I didn't get to celebrate this milestone. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I thought of a lot of things, doing a photo shoot, you know, buying myself a gift, cake and whatsoever, but I ended up not doing anything when this actually happened. And I felt so disappointed and quite sad that how am I gonna just come to you guys and be like, hi, I just achieved 100k subscribers and not do anything. So I was like, maybe let's not do a YouTube video about it. But then I sat down and thought about it carefully, and I was like, guys, we have been counting down to 100k together. We deserve to celebrate this moment together. Therefore, this is why I am shooting the video. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that I actually unboxed the YouTube plug, but if you haven't seen it, don't worry, because we are about to unbox it here on this video today. And I remember last year when I actually achieved the 100k subscribers, I posted a Q&A, I think on my Instagram and YouTube. I forgot if I did post on YouTube, for people to ask me questions about my journey on YouTube, as now I've reached 100k subscribers. So I kept those questions, and those are the questions I'm actually about to answer right now after the unboxing. But I just want to quickly summarize my journey for those who are joining us for the first time today, so that they can get a full idea of where we come from as the Mad Fanatics, you know. So for the longest time, I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel. I think 3 years, 2 years before I started my channel, I have been thinking about it. But the reason why I delayed is because I thought I do not have money to create content. Because the content that I always see, you know, or I've always seen on social media is your hauls, your, you know, date nights and your, you know, unboxings and stuff like that. And I was like, I do not have money to be able to take you guys with me to a restaurant. I do not have the apartment I'm staying at Riz. I do not have money to be checking out my, you know, my cards and doing some shopping. Like, you guys are gonna probably be bored because I don't have content to give. I'm not into makeup, so I'm not gonna be giving you makeup routines. I don't have a wig. Like, I had really this crazy idea of how a YouTuber should be like, and I thought my content would really be boring if I put it out there. I don't even know what content will I put out there to begin with, because I do not have the resources to be a YouTuber. I do not have the camera, I do not have a ring light. Like, I was like really not feeling like I am good enough to actually have a YouTube channel. So fast forward to the 1st of July 2022, when I posted my first video. I really didn't know what to expect. I was literally just like putting myself out there. I will actually answer exactly why I started my YouTube channel. I just checked the questions right now, and most of it are actually, you know, covering most that I want to share. Just that now I just wanted to summarize my whole idea of how my journey has been. So fast forward to when I posted my first video on the 1st of July 2022, which is like less than 2 years ago. I didn't know what to expect. I was just putting content out there for people, to watch and actually benefit from it. I didn't think about, am I going to get subscribers? Am I going to get enough views? Am I going to make money and stuff like that? And, before I actually started a YouTube channel, I've been watching videos of people, giving tutorials on how to start a YouTube channel, or like their journeys or their experiences on YouTube. And most of those videos were so discouraging because they will tell you it took me 7 years to reach 1,000 subscribers. I was like, what? Some of them were like, yeah, it took me 5 years to actually make, money on YouTube. It took me this long. And I was like, oh my goodness, let me just forget about numbers and put my content out there so that whoever wants to, whoever need information can just, take that information and use it. So I posted my video not really thinking about numbers. And what I can tell you about this whole journey of mine is it's been so mind blowing. Like, my YouTube channel has been growing exponentially in a way that I never expected. Like, I just couldn't believe it. Already on the first month, I posted my video like on the 1st of July. Already 2 weeks into July, I had just received an email saying now I qualified for the YouTube Partner Program, which means now my videos can start making money. 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. In just 2 weeks. And I'm just thinking, had I listened to those people telling me it's going to take 5 years, 7 years, and actually decided not to do it, I would not have been here. I would have not started. And I remember each and every second day, I would gain like 1,000 subscribers. I remember because I was counting and like thanking people every time. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for 2,000. Thank you for 3,000. And that was happening every second day, to a point where at the end of July, like the 31st of July, I was sitting on 12,000 subscribers. I know that is crazy. That is crazy. Like, I personally didn't know how many people actually needed my content, And I was thinking, I even think so now, that there are people at a better position to be giving this kind of information. People who have done way better than me in high school, people who know better than me, people who are doctors right now, who are professionals, and, all of that stuff, who can literally put so much better content than I do, yet people chose to watch my videos and subscribe to my channel, and I count that as a blessing. Like, I wanted to give you guys like a whole of timeline of when I achieved, what number of subscribers, but I can't seem to get a hold of it on this app. So yeah, but anyways, what I'm trying to say is, I don't want to tell you that my journey on YouTube was so hard. It was hard growing and whatsoever. Obviously, being consistent as a medical student, it has been hard. It has been challenging because of time. But when it comes to growth and views and all of that stuff, you guys have been holding me down. You guys have been supportive. And I am sitting here with such a grateful heart. And honestly, it was never in my wildest dreams to be able to achieve 100K in just a year. I achieved 100K subscribers around October last year. And if I started in July the previous year, which means I achieved 100K subscribers in just over a year. And honestly, I am so proud. I am so, so proud of myself, given that I never thought that I was enough. I never thought that I was ever going to reach that point. And I am absolutely grateful. Without talking any further, let's actually unbox this baby for you over here. So it came in this box via the mail, and it says YouTube, obviously branded YouTube. And yeah, because I had really unboxed it, it's not exactly as how it looked when it came. But yeah, I'm gonna just show you guys. So let's do this. Guys, my reaction when I actually initially opened this box, I wanted to actually cry. I was home for December holidays. I received this in October, but I opened it in December. That's how much I was really not happy with just opening this box and not having a celebration. But it came with a letter saying, let me read it. Do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th, or your 1000th subscriber? Chances are you do. Do I? And we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Honestly, guys, I do not. How do you check that? Your fans may have found you while searching on YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe showed up as a recommended video. Please comment down below, how did you discover of becoming Dr. Andy? No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed and their numbers increased because of you and the community you've built. We are proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations! We know that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know your fans can't wait for you to amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you do next, and we are here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your millionth subscriber, we may write to you and ask, do you remember your 100,000 subscriber? Yours sincerely, Neil Mohan, YouTube CEO. Wow, look at it. It's so pretty. Guys, one thing I love about YouTube, it is such a good platform, such a supportive platform. Not only just the fact that you can just make money out of your views or your videos, it really is a safe space to create. You know, I find it a very safe space to create compared to other platforms. And the fact that they honor their creators with awards, you know, you get YouTube events, you get YouTube communities and programs. It is so amazing. I really do not regret starting a YouTube channel. Okay, now let's go to the actual reveal. Here we go. So it came covered in this black thing. Let me put this down. Ready? Are you guys ready? It gives me goosebumps all the time, but here we go. How beautiful is she? Oh my goodness. Let me give you guys a close-up. It's saying presented to Becoming Dr. Andy for passing 100,000 subscribers. This is it, guys. We have made it!
You guys, the last few years have been really rough on everyone. So, all of you, guess what? You made it. We made it!
Okay, now let's get into the Q&A. So the first question I'm going to answer, actually there are two questions that are similar. One says, what made you start a YouTube channel? And the other one says, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? So I remember it all started on TikTok.
So I remember I was just like posting a video or like a snippet of me saying I'm a medical student, and I was not really like a huge content creator, or I was not even a content creator at all on TikTok. Like I had TikTok for like months before I started posting, and I was just going there just to watch, you know, videos of people and stuff like that. I think I had TikTok like in 2021 with just being a person who just views videos and note posting. And then in 2022, when I was doing fourth year, I then decided to, you know, post a little bit of clips here and there of me being a medical student. And I remember I posted a day in the life of a UCT medical student, you know, with no intentions of, you know, being a content creator or being consistent whatsoever or getting views. I remember that time I had less than 50 followers. You know, I was like maybe on 21 or something. And that video actually got, you know, views. And views, I mean like 1,000. That was like a lot given that I had less than 50 followers. And then I started gaining followers from then. And then I continued to post content about me as a medical student. And I remember I posted this video of like getting 7 distinctions at UCT. None of that mean anything. You know, it means very little if you know that sound. And that video kind of blew up. Like it got like around 50k views, you know, and for someone who had less than 50 followers, that's huge. And I started gaining followers. I went to 100, to 500, to 1,000, you know. And I then remember someone asking me, what did you get for your matric results? Because they saw that I am a UCT medical student. And I replied with a video. And on the video, I was just saying, oh, okay, for physical sciences, I got 98%, for geography, 90%, blah, 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 blah. You know, just saying in passing, because I finished matric a couple of years ago, and I didn't think that people would care about knowing what my results are. And also, I had this whole idea, I still have it now, that there's so many people who did way better than me in matric for me to be literally making a video on the internet about getting these results in matric. You know, I always had that thing that let the people who got 100% say something on internet, you know, and me, let me just move on with my life. So I shared that video sharing my results, and it got a lot of attraction, a lot of views, and a lot of people asking me, how did I do it? Please drop study tips. What did you do? And by that time, I think TikTok didn't have like the 10-minute video span. I think maximum it was a minute. So I was like, guys, I'm not gonna be able to break it down for you here on TikTok. I will have to sit down and actually make a longer video telling you guys how I was able to study maths, how I was able to study physical sciences, how I got these distinctions. So how about I start a YouTube channel and actually just answer your questions, you know? And I remember making a video saying, it's still there on my TikTok, saying thumbs up, comment with a thumbs up if you want me to start a YouTube channel so that I can answer your questions. And a lot of people commented thumbs up, I think like a 500 of them or so. And I was like, oh, okay, that's enough, that's cool. I then sat down and shot an intro video. Then I started sharing how I got 7 distinctions and blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is what inspired me to start a YouTube channel is actually the desire to help people, those ones who were asking me questions and those ones who were curious to know how I was able to get these good results in matric, and those ones who were willing to learn from me, those ones who needed tips and needed guidance in high school. And that was the initial reason for me to start my YouTube channel. The next question is, did you always wanted to start a channel, or was it a spur of the moment kind of thing? I think this is what I actually mentioned when I was like, okay, let me summarize my journey at the beginning of the video, that I had always wanted to have a YouTube channel because I thought it was so cool to have a YouTube channel, but my idea was creating beauty content, creating fashion content. And I remember I had this crazy obsession when it comes to buying clothes when I was like first year, second year, and I would use up all of my allowance to buy clothes on Superbalist, and so that I can build up my wardrobe so that when I start my YouTube channel, I can have nice clothes to wear. I know, guys, this is not even a fake story. And what's sad is that most of those clothes, I still haven't worn them. They have tags. Some of them I gave them to my little sister because I literally just overgrew them. Now I don't fit in them anymore. They still have price tags. I never got to wear them. I literally was thinking that in order for me to be in this content creation space, I need to look nice, my makeup always done, hair done, my clothes have to be good. So I literally made sure that I use some of my allowance to actually buy clothes and save up the clothes to the day when I started a YouTube channel. And funny enough, I never ever needed to actually use those clothes ever on this channel. So yeah. Next question says, what was the first video of YouTube like? How did you feel about the views, the likes, etc, etc? I remember my first video was like meet a UCT medical student. I think that's how it was titled. I was doing a sort of like Q&A, who I am, blah blah blah. And I remember I set that video at the beginning of my channel. I used to set the video to like premiere, like for people to sort of like watch it live, and I was also able to join in and watch and actually see how many people are watching. And I remember that time the people were less than 20, and immediately when it got to like 2021, I'll be super excited that 21 people are streaming my video right now. That is huge, you know. So for someone who came in with no expectations, I remember on Instagram I had less than 1,000 followers as well, on TikTok less than 1,000. So I didn't have really high expectations of, you know, I didn't expect for people to view my videos a lot. I didn't expect a lot of subscribers. So for me, it was really exciting to see those 10, 50, those 100 views on that video. And yeah, I feel like more than anything, to me it was just exciting because I went into this journey really expecting the least, with the idea that it might take me 7 years, as those people on those videos that I've watched have been saying. So I just went there with really an open mind, and I was just so excited that I finally have a YouTube channel and I have a few people who are actually interested in following my journey. The next question is, how was it starting the YouTube channel? Have you ever thought you could come this far? I think I've mentioned this, guys. I've never ever imagined me sitting right now and saying, guys, I have 100,000 subscribers. I never saw myself in this position. Every time I would see these content creators with 1,000, 100,000 subscribers in their YouTube plaques, I'm like, how does it feel like to be you? What do you eat for breakfast? Like, how do you handle fame? Like, how... Like, I used to imagine myself and be like, you know, when I reach 100K subscribers, I'm going to have a lot of money. I'm going to have an apartment, a car. I'm going to have a MacBook, iPhone. Like, I used to think that actually, you know what, my life, that is the life. That is the dream. Like, those people, I can never be them. You know, when you just like look up to something and be like, I can never reach there, but I will always look up to that. That was me every single time. And that was literally before I actually started the channel. But because when I started the channel and things started really going crazy, like after I saw that I was able to reach 12K subscribers in a month, I was like, it's actually possible to reach 50K. And when I reached 50K, I was like, 80K is not far. when I reached 80K, I was like, 100K is literally around the corner. So my things went by so quickly that I didn't even have a chance to sit down and be like, am I ever gonna reach this point? I mean, that happened before I started the channel, but when I already had the channel, I think things started shifting, because now I saw the views and I saw how people appreciate my content. And at some point, as time went on, I really saw myself getting those 100K subscribers. I don't want to lie, because the numbers were increasing and I was like, oh my goodness, this is really happening. So yeah, before I started, I was not seeing myself in this position, not in less than 2 years. Absolutely not in less than 2 years. The next question is, how do you feel about being a big thing now? First of all, I would like to say thank you. Thank you. It's really a compliment. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, on my profile, it's literally written the next big thing. And I remember I typed this when I had around 700 followers on Instagram, no TikTok account, no YouTube channel. And in my mind, while I was typing that, I was literally cringing. And I was like, what do you even mean, Andy Swapia, you're the next big thing? Like, yes, you're studying medicine, you're gonna be a doctor. I mean, almost a lot of people do that, you know? What is it that gives you the guts to actually type the next big thing with just 700 followers on Instagram? But I am glad that I actually never erased it. I never took it down, because I believed somehow something in me was like, one day you're gonna be something great. One day you're gonna be someone great. And I didn't know how was that gonna come about. And funny enough, I still don't believe that right now I am the big thing yet. Even though I won't take away from my achievements or from how you guys see me, but given what I still want to achieve in life, I still don't think I have reached the next big thing title that I have put up for myself. But I can say that honestly, it does feel amazing to have a community. I really won't downplay the feeling of posting a video out there and having people to view it, having people to like it, and having people to comment about it, having a community, because I know it is really a struggle when it comes to content creation, especially on YouTube, growing your channel, having people to view your videos. And for me to say I have that community, it really feels great. And to see how you guys, you know, find inspiration from my content, you know, meeting you guys in person, I will never ever get used to you guys' reaction. Oh my goodness. It makes me feel like I am a big thing, literally, you know, even though I do not really believe it, but the way you guys react, it really gives me so much idea of how much my content is making such an impact in your lives. And I feel like every day I just teach myself to be grateful, you know, teach myself to, you know, be proud of how far I've come, even though I still want to go further, but always be grateful of what I've achieved so far. The next question is, how is your journey now different from when you recorded your first video? So when I recorded my first video, it was all about, I'm just going to tell people how I did it in high school, and yeah, that's it. We're going to move on with life. But then along the way, I decided that actually, let me make this a journey. You know, let this be Becoming Dr. Ed. Guys, I'm so proud I came up with that name. Literally one of my coolest inventions. I realized that after I had shared all the study tips and stuff, what else am I going to put out there? And seeing that now I have subscribers and stuff, let me actually keep on giving them content. So I decided, you know what, let me make this about my journey. And how is that different from where I am now? Right now, as I've said, the focus is more on my journey than actually just sitting and giving people study tips. I have been really like struggling to shift from being a person who just does study tips to being a person who shares her journey, because looking at my views, I see that a lot of people come to my channel to just get study tips and then they bounce, of which it is absolutely cool because it's still my content. I still put so much time and energy into creating those videos, but I had this thing of, I don't want to be creating study tips my whole life. I don't want to be talking about physical sciences, maths, geography, English, FAL, whatsoever my whole life. So there has to be a point where we as a community have a shift from study tips to actually me, as you know, my journey, right? And I know that not everyone is just here to experience me as I become a medical student, because not everyone is interested in medicine. People just want to get their best results in matric and do whatever they like. I totally respect that, but I was looking at this in a, I was thinking about the future. I was thinking about long term. I was like, if I commit to doing study tips for high school only throughout my YouTube journey, how about the time when I decide that I'm tired to do study tips? What am I gonna do? My channel is literally gonna die down because no one is literally gonna want to watch anything else outside study tips. So I decided to feature my vlogs, make this a journey about me. Yes, sharing you how I study and how I did it in high school, but not making it mainly about my high school. You get what I'm saying? So right now, the difference is I am trying to get people to buy into the idea of following my journey and liking my journey more than my study tips, so that when I become a doctor, I can carry those people with me into that other journey, so that if I don't post any study tips anymore, my channel doesn't die. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's how things are different right now. They're different in terms of my mindset and where I see my YouTube channel in the near future. Which leads us to the next question. This question is so perfect. Where do you see your channel in the next 5 years? I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it straight up. 1 million subscribers. 1 million subscribers is where I am seeing myself and this channel. Don't know how I'm gonna get there. I don't know how. I don't know when. Don't ask me. But that is the first thing in mind when someone asks me, where do I see my YouTube channel in the next 5 years? And obviously, I am seeing myself creating more content. I saw a question also asking, am I gonna keep on creating content when I become a doctor? I've been getting that a lot because after I've became Dr. ND, for sure you guys are wondering, what else? Is that it? Are we done? No, we're not done. We're not done. I'm not gonna spill any more tea, but I'm just really going to ease your anxiety a bit and say you are still going to see me on my YouTube and all the social media platforms, because we are not done. So I see myself still creating content, either as a medical doctor or wherever life is going to take me. I feel like I am going to take you guys with me. So yeah, honestly, we're going to come back to this video and say we've made it, when we sit down and actually unbox that gold YouTube award. Next question, how are you able to handle medical school and posting consistently on YouTube? Whew. For sure you guys are thinking, becoming Dr. Andy does this so easily. You make it look so effortless. I've received that so many times. Like, oh my goodness, you have this under control. You have a balanced. Guys, there's no such thing as balance. There's literally a lot of sacrifices that I make. How can I phrase it? So, first of all, I want to say that my content is about my journey as a medical student, right? And it is not too far from my daily routine, meaning that I can be doing school while I'm vlogging, which means I do not have to reserve extra time to shoot content. I can just shoot as I go and then have time to edit. And that makes it a little bit easier compared to if I was maybe creating beauty content that I have to come back from school and start afresh and be like, okay, now I am creating content. Or if I'm creating fashion content or travel content, you understand, content that's outside of my daily routine. But because this is something that I do every day, it is quite easy to fit in shooting the content with actually living my life. And when it comes to shooting study tips and whatsoever as well, I am telling you stuff that I'm doing on my day-to-day basis, stuff that I've done. So it takes time when it comes to the planning and the shooting of the video and the editing, but still I do not have to do some research and whatsoever to actually produce the content. So that's another important thing, to find a niche that's actually so suitable for you. So what I can say is, first of all, it is not easy juggling between both, because medical school on its own without having any extra thing on the side is difficult. You barely have time to even study and master everything. But I think along the way I had accepted that I will never ever get it balanced, and because I decided that I want to partake on this journey, I have made peace with sacrificing my study time or my resting time to actually create content. Because number one, I have seen how much people benefit from my content, and number two, I can see how does this or how will this benefit me in the future, right? Or how is this benefiting me now? So I had taken the decision to take YouTube or content creation as a career and not really just as a hobby. So now what I would do is every time I plan my day, I make sure that I give content creation its own dedicated time. I don't just say, okay, I'm going to study. If I'm left with an hour, I'm going to create content. No, I'm going to prioritize creating content as much as I prioritize school. I know that sounds crazy, because to people you'd be thinking medicine should come first and then content creation second. I think about it as equals, because I feel like there might be time where content creation will carry me where medicine won't be able to carry me mentally, financially. So I decided, you know what, let me actually make this sacrifice, because it's going to be worth it in the future. But what I actually do is a lot of planning, and I use my extra time, like my weekends, to shoot the content, to edit. I try to, when I shoot a video beforehand, like shoot a video a week before, and then try to edit bits and pieces. For example, take 1 hour each day to edit, and then edit throughout the whole week so that I can be able to post during the weekend. Doing stuff like that so that I can be able to stay consistent. And obviously, guys, it's not easy, but as I've said, because my content is not so far from my actual life, I find it a little bit easy to actually just do everything simultaneously and then try to fit in the editing time. The next question, how do you handle the pressure of creating the best quality content. And for me, the type of content that I create, best quality is not only in the form of the quality of the camera, the lighting and stuff like that. According to me, my best quality is giving the best knowledge, the best study tips, because that's how I started my channel. And it got to a point where I was getting like several comments of people saying she's literally repeating the same thing in each and every video. And that discouraged me so much. I don't want to lie, because every time I thought of shooting a study tips video, and I remember that I mentioned that, okay, create a study timetable on the previous video, and I mentioned that be consistent on the previous video, I felt so stuck to create another video, even though that is really what people need to do. Do you get what I'm saying? My content can be easily repetitive, because if I give you study tips about life science, maths, geography, consistency is gonna be there. Timetable is gonna be there. Summarize your notes is gonna be there. And I used to get comments like I'm repeating the same thing every time. And to me, that made me feel like I am no longer creating the best quality content. And it's so sad that I really let those comments get into my head, and I started creating less and less study tips, and I started, thinking more before I put out a video. I was like, I need something way different to speak about other than what I've been saying, even though what I would be saying would be different. It would be based on that context, based on that subject. But because I've heard that people find my content repetitive, I was like, what can I say now? And I feel like maybe this is a pressure that I put on myself. I really can't strictly blame those comments, because a lot of people were finding my videos helpful anyways. So yeah, but other than that, when it comes to video editing, lighting, blah blah blah, I never really had that pressure, because I started my YouTube channel using my phone, shooting on this phone, which is an iPhone 12. I did not have a ring light at the time, and I remember I reached 50,000 subscribers by just shooting on my front camera without lighting. I was literally using lighting from my window address. I would take my phone, put it against the window, and shoot videos. That's how I reached 50k subscribers. And that is why I really never felt pressure to buy a camera, to improve my lighting, because I was like, if people are viewing my videos so much, videos that are shot with my front camera without, the most perfect lighting, why should I feel pressured to buy an expensive camera and do lighting? And I think that has helped me to literally improve my videos and the quality at my own pace, because just because I had 50k subscribers, it didn't mean that I had all that money to buy equipment. But then it made me appreciate my viewers more, and it made me feel like, what, actually they deserve better content. That's why I had started this video without a mic, but I was like, what, we have a mic, so why not use it? So that's why I decided, what, let me put it on, because you guys deserve the best quality content. You never ever pressured me to improve my quality. You never complained, and that made it like a really good environment for me to grow. The next question is, would you recommend would you recommend creating content, I think we have a typo here, to a student that has financial issues? 110%. Specific to YouTube, yes, I do recommend that if you have financial issues, start your YouTube channel. And I know that honestly, if you are thinking of creating like a beauty content, you have to like invest in buying makeup or buying skincare products or buying wigs. If you are creating travel content, you have to now invest money into buying plane tickets and whatsoever. I know that is not easy, you know, you can't just like start if you do not have the money, but I really encourage you to do the content that doesn't require money from you, and then as you grow and when you get that money, do the content now that requires money, if that makes sense. Okay, this is the second last question I'm answering. It says, there was one time where you said you battle with imposter syndrome. How do you get over it? What a tough question. I can say 100% right now, I still battle with imposter syndrome. I still feel like I am not good enough. I still feel like my content is not good enough. I do sometimes feel like I do not deserve to be here. There are other people who deserve to be here more than I do. Blah, 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 blah. Crazy, right? Crazy. But I give myself so much grace to say, girl, you have been working so hard day in and day out, and you're trying to tell me you think you don't deserve the subscribers, you think you don't deserve the views. Like, what do you mean? Like, sometimes I have these conversations with myself. I look myself in the mirror and be like, you didn't really wake up overnight to have this amount of subscribers. You didn't have a famous friend who recommended your channel. You do not come from a rich family that gave you a camera and gave you nice stuff to showcase on the internet. You started from scratch. And I just tell myself that I do not want to hear this thing of you do not deserve to be here. Because if there's ever anyone who deserves to be where you are right now, it is you, baby girl, because you have worked so hard. Another thing that just makes me deal with imposter syndrome better is that I feel like, and I 100% believe that this is the plan that God has for me. Plan to prosper me. I feel like no matter how much I feel, if God said, baby girl, you are gonna be something big in life, I can't fight it. I can't fight it. It's gonna happen anyway. So now it's a question of, are you gonna feel sorry for yourself every time a door opens for you, or you're just gonna be grateful and embrace the moment and celebrate and be happy? Right now, I am just thinking, do I really wanna be achieving all these things in my life with a sad or with a heart that feels like I'm not supposed to be getting this, or I'm gonna achieve with a grateful heart? Because at the end of the day, if it was meant for me to achieve the things, I am gonna achieve it, right? And I believe that all what I have done, or all that I have gained, all that I've achieved is by the grace and favor of God, and that I cannot take away from me. And it is called favor for a reason. You do not get favor from God just because you are good enough, just because you are qualified. It is simply because you are favored. And I think I have made peace to be not the most perfect person, not to be the most beautiful, not to have the most, the best quality content, but by the favor of God, I am where I am today, and I am still gonna go further simply because of the favor of God. So that makes me really feel so much better, that I do not have to prove to myself or anyone that I deserve to be here. I am fine with feeling like I do not deserve to be here, but because God said I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna rejoice and I'm gonna be grateful to be here. Last question. What did you wish you knew before starting a YouTube channel? I wish I knew that you do not have to have the best quality camera, the money, the looks, the luxury to actually create content or to actually be successful on YouTube. I honestly wished I started this channel in first year. If I knew this was how it's gonna turn out, I wish I started this channel sooner, to be quite honest. So that's one thing I wish I knew, that I do not have to pretend or to act like I've got it all figured out, or to fake my life for me to get views or for me to grow on YouTube. And number two, I wish I knew that there is space for me. I do not have to look like so and so in order for me to fit in. I can just come in and be who I am, and people are gonna accept that. Because for the longest time I felt like I do not belong on this platform, simply because I really never saw a lot of students or a lot of people who are just living at rest, surviving off their allowance and trying to make their ends meet and stuff like that have a YouTube channel. I've never seen. Everyone that I saw on YouTube had their lives figured out. So I wish I knew that I have a space, or I had a space on this platform. That's it, guys. I hope I answered all of your questions well. Thank you so much to those who submitted their questions. I know you probably forgot about it because you did it months ago, but thank you so much. And thank you to everyone, every single one of you who has been watching my videos, who has been liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, telling your friends about me. You know, I really appreciate it. Whether you are from the first day I posted a video, or you are from the first month, or 5 months, or a year, or you are from 2 months ago, a week ago, or you are literally just arriving right now. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I wouldn't have made it without you, to be quite honest. And thank you so much for watching this video up until this far. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because you guys have heard it. You have heard that we have a goal to reach 1 million in 5 years, and 5 years goes by so quickly. So let's subscribe fast. Let's literally subscribe fast and invite friends so that we are able to reach this milestone. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and comment if you have a question that I have not answered. And don't forget to comment when or how did you actually discover Becoming Dr. Andy on YouTube. Once again, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.